Hello, my friends. JB back again, and some interesting stuff to talk about today while we continue mapping and wait for the sun to come back up. And we still have saplings falling. I just finished watching the Microsoft Xbox presentation from E3, which they announced some pretty interesting stuff. Their presentation started right off, obviously, like most of us were expecting, with a 10-minute long demo of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which I gotta admit looked very, very good. It's really hard to judge a game by watching a quick demo. Obviously, the Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty franchise is humongous, wildly popular, so I'm sure it will not be a fail. But I'm more of a Battlefield kind of guy. I love Battlefield on the PC. I don't even own an Xbox, to tell you the truth. But, so obviously started with that, which the game looked very cool. And it seemed like the whole theme of... Let's see, which way should we go? Let's head this way. It seemed like the entire theme of the Xbox presentation was the Kinect, the Kinect, the Kinect, the Kinect. Which sort of led me to a question. Are any video games played with controllers anymore? I mean, I know the Kinect technology is, it's very good right now, but it's not really that good, and I'm just not that interested, you know? It's not that much different than the Wii. I mean, obviously it's nice you don't gotta hold a controller. They did demo some games, what was it, Ghost Recon. They were showing customizing weapons using the Kinect and sort of waving your hands around in the air to, create your custom gun. And that looked great and all, but I don't know that I even really want to do that. It almost seems sort of novelty to me. Like, I don't need to wave my hands around in the air. I could just use my controller like I have been for the last 20 years, all the way back to Nintendo. It's worked since then. It's wildly popular then. It's wildly popular now. I know they're trying to get into a new genre of gaming technology, and I think they're on the right track. But for now, for me personally, remember, I'm talking my opinion here, I'm just not a big fan of the Kinect. But also, at the same time, I've spent very little time playing a Kinect. But moving on now. Some other interesting stuff that they announced is YouTube is coming to the Xbox. All the viral videos, mine included. So if you have an Xbox, you'll be able to watch my lovely little Minecraft gameplays from your Xbox, which I think is really cool. And a direction that the gaming companies should be going in is more options through the gaming system. Obviously, Microsoft's creating a PC console in a way. Almost everything you could do on your computer, eventually you're going to be doing on your Xbox. Other things that they were bringing, they were talking about bringing, they are bringing UFC pay-per-view events to the Xbox, which I think was another thing that looked very cool. Not only are you going to be able to purchase and view the UFC pay-per-view fights on the Xbox, they're putting a little bit of interactivity in there where you're going to be able to call fights, and on, if it's George St. Pierre versus, Chuck Liddell, that makes no sense, but they're both real fighters. So for the example, if there's a fight between them on pay-per-view, you will be able to pick your winner and the way they win right there on your Xbox, and then there will be leaderboards after each fight, who picked it correctly, and that seems very cool, very interesting, very fun, bringing the interactive aspect into your gaming console with live television. I think is something that is very cool. And then the biggest thing that was announced, and to me it's the biggest thing, but so far at E3, as far as the Xbox presentation went, it didn't seem that big. It was brushed over literally in about 10 seconds. And that was the announcement that Minecraft is coming to the Xbox 360 Kinect this winter. Now, I'm not a journalist here. I'm not an investigative reporter. I don't know if other people have already known this. I haven't heard anything about it. And obviously, I'm a huge Minecraft fan. This rain, raining there, not raining here. And now, I just sort of laid out how I sort of feel about the Kinect. So I think it's pretty weird that we're now going to see my favorite game at the time, or my current favorite game, go to the Kinect. And I mean, how is that going to work? Are we literally going to be swinging our arms back and forth, mining? I mean, if you play Minecraft, you know, if you're not the cheater type, if you're not using the too many items or any of those mods, you actually got to dig and dig and dig and dig. And in my worlds, I have literally spent hours on end mining. Now with the Kinect, I mean, am I going to be literally swinging my arm around in the air? That just won't work well for me. I'm sure they've thought about that, and I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, literally, they didn't spend any time at all on it. They just sort of said, and the biggest indie game of the year, Minecraft, sold millions of copies, coming to Xbox. Let's talk about Ghost Recon. So I wish they wouldn't have brushed over it. I'm sure as E3 goes on, I'm only making this video right after their presentation had just ended. And where am I right now? I'm just blabbing on, not paying attention. Get me away from the water. So that is some of the interesting stuff. But let me know what you guys think. Do any of you own Xbox? And if you do, what do you think of the Kinect? Do you use the Kinect? What do you think about it? Would you rather use a controller? One thing that looked great is, the Kinect is going to be supporting Tiger Woods PGA, Madden, FIFA, and Mass Effect 3. Now, those games to me seem like they would be a lot more fun, a whole lot more fun to play on the Kinect. That's the type of game I would like to be a bit more interactive with. What am I hearing up there? Is the sporting games. If I could literally in my living room drop back and throw a pass in Madden, I think that would be very fun. Or, work on my virtual golf swing in my living room and some Tiger Woods. I'm not sure how FIFA's going to work, kicking and stuff around my living room. That's going to be interesting. And Mass Effect 3, I don't think they showed, I could be wrong, I don't think they showed a demo of how actually any of those are going to work. They did later on show a golf demo with a woman, swinging her imaginary club around. And that looked pretty interesting. But at the same time, that kind of makes me feel like it's almost novelty-ish. Like, that's sort of how I feel when I play the Wii. When I'm playing Wii Sports, I'm like, well, this is really cool, but it's cool for about 10 minutes. At least to me. It seems sort of novelty. Not that it's an afterthought for the gaming company, but it's not how, if I'm going to be, what some would consider a hardcore gamer, not really a hardcore gamer, but somebody that just spends a lot of time gaming Wii Sports and swinging my arms, flailing my arms around my living room. It's just not the way I'm going to be gaming. If I want that much activity, I will go out to the park, take the dogs for a run, things like that. Go out and get my actual physical activity IRL, But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm really interested to hear what other people thought. If you watched the presentation, what are your thoughts? What am I forgetting here? Did I mention the Ghost Recon I was talking about earlier? They were showing a guy customizing some weapons. Ooh. Oh! Let's see what we got down here while we're venturing around. They also showed, while he was demonstrating the... What do you call it? Okay. That is one quick dead end. While he was demonstrating how the customizable weapon Kinect interface works, he could also sample it real quick, and the motions just seemed funny to me. I don't want to be standing in my living room pretending to be holding a gun and ducking left and right and to shoot rather than clicking a button. He's like opening and closing his hand, and that's shooting. And I don't know if they were actually having lag, or there's lag in the feed that I was watching, or what, but it didn't. That's just not. Even though they're moving towards it being realer, that's just not real enough for me. It's gonna be laggy, I feel like. Then again, I don't know. Maybe it's not laggy at all, but opening and closing my hand is not as... somehow I feel like I would be more satisfied mashing a button to shoot if I was gonna be playing a game like that. But these are just my first opinions of what's going on. Obviously, once I get to play this stuff, and once I get to spend some time with the Kinect, obviously opinions could change. Can I jump here? I hope so. Don't die. Oh, okay, I made it. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, I know. If you want to watch the stream, the live stream of E3, go to youtube.com/E3. And if there's just a bunch of game trailers playing when you go to that, just scroll down the page. You'll see the schedule. They're in Pacific time. So I'm on the East Coast, so their times are all 3 hours behind me. So they started at 9:30 this morning Pacific, which was 12:30 in the afternoon for me. If you want to go watch that. I can't wait to see the Battlefield presentation is today. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 Pacific, is PlayStation, which I'm really the big wars between PlayStation and Xbox. I'm really interested to see what PlayStation comes with for the E3. Hopefully it's big things, because when it comes down to it, I side slightly more with the PlayStation, just because I've owned PlayStations in the past, going way back, and it is getting dark out. I better get somewhere. Oh boy. I'm blabbing along, not even thinking about it. We better build a quick shelter here. Okay. Right here looks good. Uh-oh. Whoa. Get me somewhere safe. Okay. And... oops. Well, good enough. That'll keep me safe enough to get through the night. Let's see how we did on exploration. Oh, we got a little bit of the map discovered. I assume at some point we're going to come back across my original home, but anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys my initial, right off the bat thoughts of the Xbox presentation from E3. Again, leave in the comments your thoughts about the overwhelming Kinect stuff. Kinect. I'm sick of it already. Haven't even played it. Smack me down. Let me know if I'm right, wrong. Hit me up in the comments. And I will talk to you guys soon.